In a world of superhero statues, some go big and some go incredibly small. Welcome back, YouTube, and thanks for tuning in to Comic Statues Unleashed. Today, we are diving into one of XM Studios' most underrated pieces, the quarter-scale Ant-Man statue. Packed with personality, narrative detail, and next-level sculpt work, this is one hero who proves size definitely doesn't matter, but really helps.
Holy shit!
Okay, Tiny Dude is big now. He's big now.
Prominently featured and rose to popularity in the Avengers saga, don't mistake him for anyone else.
You're not the one with the hammer.
That's Thor. We get confused a lot. Similar body type.
He was one of the contributing factors to defeating Thanos and is heavily revered as a true genius in the comics. In the movie adaptation of Endgame, he even avoided the snaps thanks to his teammates dropping the ball and getting dusted away.
Oh, I guess Thanos got the Mind Stone.
Wow, so now he's got all of them.
I guess so.
What does that mean for us?
I have no idea.
I knew it was gonna be us.
Oh my god.
So sit back and enjoy as we dive into the history, lore, and psyche of this heroic antagonist. Let's get into it. But first, a little backstory on this character. Hank Pym was a biochemist and nanotech engineer who discovers a subatomic particle, known as Pym particles, that allows matter to expand or shrink. Using this technology, he creates a suit and helmet that let him shrink to insect size while maintaining full human strength. Eventually, he gains the ability to grow, becoming Giant Man and even Goliath. First appearing in comics as Hank Pym in Tales to Astonish 27, 1962, he did not take on the mantle of Ant-Man until Tales to Astonish number 35 of the same year. His helmet uses electromagnetic waves to communicate and control ant colonies. As well, he has a long-standing professional and romantic relationship with his counterpart, the Wasp, who also shares similar powers.
How long have you been with her?
The Pym particles are highly volatile with dangerous psychological side effects. As such, Hank himself has battled bipolar disorder and self-worth issues, making him one of Marvel's most complex characters. In the comics, it's Hank Pym, not Tony Stark, who creates the ultra-villain Ultron. Further to that, Ant-Man was a founding Avenger in Avengers number 1 alongside Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and the Wasp. Diving into the review, this piece is easily one of the smallest and lightest boxes I've ever received. Inside, we have two simple layers. The top layer is covered in large metal insects. I was not anticipating these, and they are huge to say the least. I was blind going into this piece and really wasn't expecting much, as it is rather old. But I was surprised not only to see so many auxiliary ants, but also the level to which they are crafted. They have metallic legs and have some good weight to them. Intended to be situated around the statue to add a level of immersion and expansion to the statue, they function wonderfully. Also included is a much larger singular queen insect. This particular one is winged and utilizes its own sub-base. All of the insects have a rich, earthy tone to them, with gloss on the eyes and wings for that creepy realism. Second layer of the box still wrapped up. Unwrapped, we see the hero himself as well as a surprise second miniature Ant-Man.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
As previously mentioned, I was going into this blind, so you can only imagine my surprise when I realized this contained two fully complete statues of Ant-Man, one regular size and quarter scale, and a second fully complete miniature statue of him as an auxiliary satellite statue, just as detailed and can be displayed either on his own little rubble base or on top of the queen insect. Here is a quick little shot of mini Ant-Man on his rubble and the queen all alone. The torso of the main statue really shows this piece's age. It is very smooth and museum-esque. However, the paintwork on this piece is surprisingly rich for such a plain piece. The suit itself mixes bold, bright reds with darker shades of blue, broken with metallic accents. The anatomy is well detailed and the overall sculpt is quite impressive. The singular portrait included with this piece is great. It really pays homage to the founding original look of Ant-Man. Very comic accurate with some obvious retro flair. The helmet itself is very smooth and encapsulates his glowing blue eyes well. The primary base of the statue, for the larger quarter scale portion, is minimalistic at best. A simple yet elegant platform to accentuate the statue. Painted in soft gray gradients and coppers to accentuate the metal components, it does the job superbly. And here, we have the Comic Statues Unleashed signature 360-degree viewpoint and assembly vantage point. Hank Pym's story isn't just science and heroism, it's a deeply flawed human journey. He's been an Avenger, a founding member no less, but also struggled with identity, mental health, and the pressure of genius. Over the years, others like Scott Lang and Eric O'Grady have worn the Ant-Man mantle, but Hank remains the origin point of it all. XM Studios has rendered an incredible piece here, showcasing multiple aspects of this character. The inclusion of the miniaturized diorama allows for multiple display options, as well as an integration into any display you may have. Further to that, the auxiliary ants can be placed and arranged strategically around the statues or in your current Marvel setup. It really allows for a great deal of versatility. XM's Ant-Man is one of those pieces that flies under the radar, even for me as I knew nothing about it. But once it's in front of you, it grabs your attention. Its simple yet elegant museum-esque posture really draws you in and captivates you. And here, I'll just showcase the two individual statues side by side. The larger one is a full-sized quarter-scale statue, as mentioned before, and fits in perfectly with all other statues I have. The smaller statue would also look great in a quarter-scale setup, as it gives the aesthetic of Hank utilizing his two most prominent powers, that is, shrinking down and controlling insects. In terms of actual physical measurements, the Queen mini setup measures 13.5 inches tall by about 10 inches deep, while the statue itself measures in at 19 inches tall by 7 inches across and 6 inches deep. Both carry very small actual footprints. Each ant is about 4 inches by 3 inches by 2 inches tall. One unique error I did notice is that the portrait has different colored hair and eyebrows. A very odd and unusual error for sure, and I doubt most would even notice this, but it did jump out to me as I made the review. And now, what everyone is actually here for, some B-roll. And here is how I have chosen to display this wonderful piece. The XM art print framed behind and the ants creating a diorama between the two pieces. Whether you're an Ant-Man fan, an Avengers completionist, or just someone who loves when statue art pushes boundaries and brings comics into life, this one deserves a place in your collection. Big things come in small packages, and the XM Studios Ant-Man proves that. Inch for inch, he can stand toe-to-toe with the best of them. He may be small, but this statue packs a quantum-sized punch. Until we meet again, keep your passion for collecting alive and your love for superheroes soaring. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.